Welcome back to the channel. A few weeks ago we were talking in the comments about fine lines and wrinkles and how annoying they can be, and unless you want to invest in the treatments that really do tackle it, and they happen to cost a fortune and sometimes they can be very invasive, I've got 3 temporary solutions here that I quite often call upon, and they do a great job for the few hours that you need them to. You might recognise them. They're not reinventing the wheel. We'll have spoken about them before, or you'll know about them, but I find them very handy for when you just want to either sort out a sleep wrinkle, if you get any of those, or also you just need to freshen up before an event, images, anything like that. So I'll move these out of the way and I'll go to the one that's oldest for me. Now, you know when you buy a piece of electrical equipment, and quite often it can be over £100, it can be hundreds of pounds, and you wonder if you'll get the value. Well, I bought this, no surprise, QVC, still love it. This Viso, I think it's called. I bought this over 15 years ago, and it was probably about 130 something like that pounds at the time, and I wasn't 100% sure if I was going to be thankful that I bought it, if I was going to use it. But here I am all these years later and I'm still using it. Yes, the technology will have moved on, but the basics always stay the same. And you'll know why, because if you've got any of these muscle toning devices, what they're basically doing is using a low level electrical current to stimulate that muscle, contract it, relax it, lift it. So that's basically what the Viso's doing. You've got these little pads in here. You take them off and on, if I can do that. That's what they are. This is your conductor here, your metal. Then we've also got your water chamber in here. You put your water in, you put your little stoppers, if I can do that. So I don't have any water in here. And then you've got your little battery in. It counts up to 9 minutes in total, but you basically work on the face in all the different areas. And then what happens is you get the little current contracting and relaxing the muscles in here. So you use this to tone each area, and then you move on. So you can work on the nasolabial folds, you can work on the cheeks, work on the eyebrows and the eyes, work on the 11s on the brow. It's basically one of those machines that's very, very useful, very handy. Like everything, it's a commitment. You don't use it, you won't see a result. But I would say if you don't have a muscle toning machine, EMS, anything like that, and I've got more than just this, but this is my example of probably my oldest one, something that tones the muscles will actually help temporarily with the fine lines and wrinkles. However, if you're looking for a lift on like the eyebrows, if you want to see an improvement in the nasolabial folds before going out to a party, maybe in the morning before you go to work, then if you use it every day, you'll see a result every day. So that's something to think about if you want to tackle them. Just again, before an event, before work, get it into your routine. You will definitely see results, and the more you use it, the longer term you'll see them. Okay, remember I said I loved Frownies? I still do, but they're so expensive now, and I don't know if it's everywhere or just here, but I got priced out of Frownies. And sometimes when you get priced out, you find an alternative, and dare I say it, it actually does the job for less money, and this one more effectively, and I'll tell you why. So these are face smoothing patches, and I found these on Amazon, but I'm sure you'll find either similar or maybe the same where you are, but these are actually cheaper, and you can reuse these again and again until they lose their stickiness. Now, if you've got fine lines and wrinkles, for me, it's not so much of that, touch wood at the moment, I know that'll come, but it's more about waking up in the morning and realising that you've squished your face. So with these, what you do, if you know that you squish your face into the pillow, you get lots and lots of these in a pack, so it's not just one set, it's set upon set in this envelope in here, and you get all these leaflets too, but lots of them in this envelope, and they're all different shapes and sizes. So in theory, you could cover your face in them if you felt that you needed to. You could use them for an hour or two before an event if you want to, or do what I do. I know at night that I'll crease my face, and in the morning, if I don't do something to prevent it, I'll have the 11s in between my eyebrows because I'll have squished my face. I don't even know I'm doing it. Although I have been told I sleep like that. You know, when your hands are underneath your face, it's like a cartoon character where you go to sleep like that, night, night, and you put your hands underneath your cheeks and you're just like away to sleep like a cliched cartoon character. I think I do that. So I put this in between my eyebrows so that I don't squish my eyebrows and give myself the 11s. And then if I'm not too careful, I can also give myself a crease at the nasolabial fold because again, I must squish my cheeks. So there's lots of these that you can use. And again, you just place them where the nasolabial fold would be. So if you don't know what that is, it's basically the lines between your nose and your mouth, and it just prevents it happening. So in the morning, you just peel this sticker off again, easy, it's not sore. Peel the sticker off, and if it's still got stickiness to it, you can reuse it again, pop it back on here, just stop using them when the stickiness goes, and then you've saved yourself that bother. You don't have the wrinkle because you stopped the wrinkle forming. Now, this big long one can be ideal for on the forehead. If maybe you furrow your brow or you crease your forehead quite a lot, you can put that on and stop that. People might also use them during the day if they feel that they're too expressive and they know that they're going out, or maybe they're doing a presentation or they're meeting someone and they don't want to have spent the whole day expressing, so they'll use whatever they need to use beforehand. It could even be, again, maybe you've got a photo shoot, you need to get profile pictures taken, so many different reasons, but these are really handy. They're all different shapes and sizes, as I say, but you can cut them to suit. So if you think there's any sizes that you wouldn't use but you want to get your money's worth, just cut them. And it just seems to me such a great way to prevent a lot of the lines that are caused by, again, maybe being too expressive or the way you sleep and you've just squished your face. So you might not need to even think about the injections, think about the heavy duty treatments if it's something that can be simply solved by a facial patch, a sticker that will stop that wrinkle happening. So the last one is a tip that I saw on Shopping TV. There's a surprise. This was actually Ideal World many years ago, but when you look on Amazon and places like that, you'll see it too. And there's probably other products that do similar things, but this is called Fabulift. It is basically a 3-minute miracle is how they brand it. This one is Lift and Glow, but you also get ones for the eyes, the neck, the body, I believe, as well. And basically it's a mixture of different ingredients, including hyaluronic acid, antioxidants, things like that. Apparently it's got a tint now, but it never used to have a tint. So you can look into that if you're interested. But long story short, you can put it on areas where you need it, or it shows you on the diagram exactly where to put it if you want the full face effect. But it more or less lifts and freezes. Now, I don't mean it freezes as in Botox, you can still move. It lifts and smooths areas where you have fine lines and wrinkles. Now, it's not claiming to obliterate them, so you're not going to go from 70 to 20, but it's really clever. So if you've got a deep wrinkle or even just a mild fine line around your eyes, you place the 3-minute miracle around that area and it just smooths it out. It's crazy. You can also use it again between the eyebrows, smooths it out. The nasolabial folds, smooths it. Now, if you've got to let it set though. You've got to have clean skin when you use it, and then you can use certain products over it, but I think oily products don't work great with it because they'll break it down. And I also think if it's somewhere like the nasolabial folds and you're too expressive, it could probably break it down if your face is just like moving completely. Like, and you're very, very expressive and you're crunching up your face and crinkling it constantly. But I've used it in between the eyebrows, I've used it around the eyes, and it is crazy. Even though I don't have any heavy wrinkles there, everyone's got fine lines around the eyes. Even from the age of about 20 onwards, if you smile and then relax your face again, you can see where the fine lines are. It's just human, it's normal. But when you use this, you can really see it smooth out, and it's crazy. You shake it first, and then I'll just show you how it looks, but obviously you won't see a result on the hand. But you just put, now let me see, I don't want too much to come out. They say like a rice-sized grain amount, a rice grain, is that the way to phrase it? But this is how it looks because this has got the tint in it, but apparently it never used to have a tint. So you need to have a look at that. But that's it. It just goes on like a serum. And you put it on fine. And what they actually say is, can you see that there? What they say is, if it starts to pill, or it starts to roll away, or it starts to pucker up, you've used too much. So it's one of the few products where they say less is more, and they genuinely mean it. They say, again, just because I've watched the demonstration on TV a lot, that something like this tube's got about 300 applications, and I think this was about £25. So that's crazy, isn't it? But it basically creates a smoothing effect on that area. You give it the 3 minutes and then you're good to go. So if you've got those fine lines, as I say, it works fabulously in between the eyebrows. I'm guessing if you've got deep lines, you'll still see a result, but you're not going to take them away completely. But if you've got a fine line, I would say it can erase it. It's nuts and I love it, and you can get addicted to it. But that's it. It's crazy. And all you would do then, if you wanted to, if you felt there was still a sheen there, which I don't really see on the camera, if you want that glow and it's in the right place, fantastic. If you don't want the glow, powder it down. But I think this is a great way of just getting rid of those fine lines where you don't want them. Again, maybe you're at an event and you want to look really fresh. Maybe something's getting you down and you want to see how you would look if you did actually go down the heavy duty treatment route. Maybe you never want to go down that route, and you don't need to look at Botox because you can actually use a temporary product, and then when you go home, take it off and you are who you are and you don't care. So lots of different options. It's really interesting to know that there's something out there for every scenario. But again, if you want to do your injections and you want to do your treatments and you want to go to the salon, go for it. But it's good to know they're here if you need them. So these are the 3 that I look to just to tackle those fine lines or the expressions, or if I've been annoyed all day and I've been furrowing my brow and I didn't realise it. Maybe not annoyed, maybe concentrating. That's another thing, when you're concentrating or you're puzzled and you've been so confused all day that you've actually furrowed your brow. I'm at that age now, it can happen. Confusion happens to me a lot. But it's just good to know these products are there. So I'd love to know if you use these or anything similar, or what your tricks are, or if you just don't care. I'm interested to know. So let me know your thoughts. Have a great day and I'll see you again soon.